Down. No. So we're going to do off property. Two big triggers with this dog is it's kids and other dogs. So we're going to a playground or a park where there's a playground and then there's also a dog park. We like to work on the outside of it. It's first off-leash excursion we've done with this dog, just came in. Plus we have car etiquette as well. And the dog doesn't really like kids, and she'll be sitting next to Angelo in the truck, has to stay in it down, proper state of mind. So we focus on the obedience and the state of mind. See that like that? Like if you're not correcting like that for simple things like that and you're struggling with your dog, you're still going to struggle. And this is where everyone's like, but dogs need to investigate. No, you don't. You need to lay down there and mind your business. That's what you really need to do. Meanwhile, dogs have lots of off-leash free time. But right now, the job, give your dog a job. Your job is to lay down and to mind your business. That's the job, not to be a busybody. And when you're struggling, and if you don't have that attitude, you most likely will still struggle. When you're struggling and you have that attitude, you'll be surprised how much faster progress makes. Also, how everything is just smoother, more clear, more concise. Let's go. Let's go. No. Truck. She might not even know truck yet. Truck. No. Down. So she hasn't learned, we haven't taught her truck protocols yet. So she's going to learn. But she knows what down is. And she'll learn what truck is. So that it'll be load up. So wait before you get in by default. Load up on command. Go in there and lay down and stay laying down and quiet through the whole car ride. That's going to be the protocol. That'll be the protocol we teach her. And then Angela's going to get in on the other side. Angela, get in the truck. So let's see how that looks right now. So she shouldn't break her command. No. 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 Good. So she doesn't like kids. So that's good. So we've got protocols for everything. It makes such a difference in long-term results. And so many people are struggling. They're constantly struggling. So many people, they just struggle all the time with their dog. I get it. I mean, it gives us job security, but we'd rather have you happy. So let's try to get both done. When you focus on things such as physically what your dog is doing as they get ready to leave the house, as well as mentally, and you make it as default as possible, you'll see that I barely talk to the dog. And if I wasn't being videotaped, when I work a dog, I'll barely talk to anybody or anything. I don't speak much. You want a dog to start knowing what to do. So what do? At first you show them what to do. You teach them. And you repeat it over and over and over again. But we're talking like 2 weeks of a routine. If you do a routine for 2 weeks, by the third week, you can start correcting them for breaking that routine. And when I talk about routine, I'm talking about like how you leave the house, how you get into a car. Now with us, after 3 or 4 days, we start correcting dogs for slipping up on stuff like that. Man, so many people struggle with that. This concept of holding a dog accountable at all, no matter how long you've been training, is such a far reach for some folks. Then I'm like, well, how do you give your dog that information that what they did was wrong? Teaching a dog what is right does not teach them what is wrong. It just doesn't. They don't understand that. But correcting them for what is wrong, that teaches them to know what's wrong. And then they stop doing it. It's such an important part that everybody's missing. So we're holding her accountable for how we get in the car and the drive for the car. No whining, no nonsense, no barking, no getting up constantly. And that sets the tone for when we go to the park. And then we'll show you how we get out of the car. That also sets the tone. So it's all about that. It's all about that. All this ramp is all overly aroused. So, like, I'm not going to wait until this dog attacks a dog, right? Or gets into a dog fight. But that right there, no, no. Things and always air scenting. And unfortunately, there's all this information out there that says you should let dogs do that because that's like how they get to know their environment. And I'm like, well, they don't need to get to know their environment. They need to walk next to us and not be reactive. Good. Yep. So here's a good example of, see if she'll make the right choice. Good. So there's a good example of looking but not loading. You know, you're teaching your owners not to load, to recognize loading. So that's so important because people are like, oh, my dog's not allowed to look. It's like, well, if she was like really badly behaved, like no, you can't look for now. But I want them to eventually make their own decision. You can look, but what are you going to do with all that information? So even at the beginning of her board train, she was like looking and loading on like stuff like that. So good. Let's go. You want to go along the by the little dog area? Yeah. So we just went. So we just went out, did some reps out there. So let's go over the loading up again. So truck. Good. So I did have to, I corrected the dog for not downing, but there was no confusion this time. So again, for our first excursion, that's some really, really good progress. Move to another location in the park. We got pickleball courts. We've got another playground here. That'd probably be good for her. And we got a skate park too. So let's see now how, let's assume the dog's supposed to be in a down. Let's see how we're doing here. Good. Break. Good. So we got the dog stayed in the down the whole drive over here. And when we all got out of the vehicle, dog stayed in the down. And then when we opened up the door, the dog didn't break. And then when we come out, the dog goes into a sit. So all that stuff's really important. So let's go check out the playground, Heel.
The weather's so perfect. We always do that. So when I'm not filming, I'm like, hey Jeff, she's gonna.
And I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah. Let's go to the other side then by the kid.
It's like the giggling and stuff.
Heel. Down. No. Heel.